Let me ask you this. Of the lower seeds that are division matchups, the Mariners, the Phillies, and the Padres, which of those three do you think has the best chance of defeating their opponent?
Well, I would say the narrative of defeating their opponent is one thing on the field, but the one team that has the biggest to gain is the Padres. They have been manhandled by the Dodgers. The Dodgers have had a historic season. I think the Dodgers have so much pressure on them that I think the Padres, if they keep playing the way they're playing of late, they believe that this is an opportunity, that the series doesn't mean anything in the regular season. The dominance doesn't mean anything. Shoot, there were 20 some games out of first place that all could get erased with 3 victories. And I think that mindset, if I was in their clubhouse, that's really what I'd be saying is we got just as good a chance to beat them in a best of 5. Maybe not in 162 as they proved, but I think that that mindset of the Padres has to go in feeling great about beating the Mets in a 3-game series on the road, and now they're facing a great Dodger team. I just think that alone gives them a little bit of an edge. And I know that sounds counterproductive based on the numbers, but baseball is not like the other sports where dominance is proved to move itself forward. Anybody can win a series, I think, and this has been the timing I think that San Diego would want. And if they had a chance to beat the Dodgers, it's 3 out of 5 versus 4 out of 7.
Yep, and this is a different Padres team than has been dominated by the Dodgers for a while. The new additions, obviously, but now Trent Grisham's playing like the greatest player of all time. So if he keeps doing that, they'll be in good shape. The other series that isn't a divisional matchup, Guardians and Yankees. What do the Guardians have to do to have any shot against the big, bad New York Yankees?
Well, nobody gave them a chance in the beginning of the season, I don't think, to even think about being the postseason. And what they've done and how they won their postseason games is Terry Francona at its best, pushing the buttons, making it happen. They're not sexy lineup. They don't hit for a lot of power. There's not a lot of things on paper that make sense, and that's the way Terry Francona would like it. I think the way they beat the Yankees is they're going to have to pitch exactly how they pitched in their series. When you think about how they were able to get and move forward, they dominated from the pitching mound, and they get timely hitting, but that timely hitting doesn't come with much power, so it needs to happen in a low-scoring environment where Terry can get his vaunted bullpen in and use that leverage to win a game. And I think it's a scary series for the Yankees only because even though the Guardians do not have the opportunity to go number 1, number 2 to start, those number 1 and number 2 are going to come in the back end. So if they could, like most of these series, if the road team gets a split, it kind of resets the rotation for those teams who already had to expend kind of 2 of their starters.